We've been at BVE since it very first started, so we've always been an exhibitor, and then obviously the show moved here to the XL some years ago, and for us it's a must-do show. So like we're always at NAB and IBC, BVE for Riedel UK, this is a show we're always attending, and I have to say it's a very strong show for us, very strong. We're quite unique in the sense that Riedel, we were 30 years old last year as a company, as you know, and Thomas started the business originally just as a rental operation, and then product sales and manufacturing and such is something we've been doing since 2000. And that combination is quite unique in the market. So people always say, well, are you a rental house? Are you a manufacturer? And I have to say, yes, we're both. And we enjoy both of those spaces. And our clients do as well. So many of our clients, you can start a discussion which is a rental discussion and find over time that client also becomes a sales customer and vice versa. So that uniqueness in the market, obviously backed by the strength of our products as well, the unique MediaNet, of course, on one hand, but Artist as a mainstay communications platform for the last 15 years. So, the combination of all those things really, that's what's behind our success. So, for me personally, obviously, when I started out, it was more on the analog end of things, and then migration to digital, and of course now to IP. And if you look at the Artist platform, by example, you can see when that product was originally launched, the client cards that were going in the frame, handling the key panels, handling analog audio, AES, and then of course the transition to MADI, and then of course from MADI to IP, and then we're growing the IP portfolio. So a platform there with a modular approach with the cards, which allows us to interface pretty much to any signal that's required. And with the latest editions of Dante and AES-67 cards, this is what's kept this product really in the forefront of the communications world. Bolero was launched first of all at NAB last year, but we'd in fact already sold a system prior to that, which was to the BBC, BBC Studio Works at Television Centre. This was done in cooperation with the guys there, and the unique points, well, certainly the density of the belt packs to the antenna, so it's 10 belt packs are working with the antenna. The reason for that is that we're using a codec which allows us to give that density. Also, it's a six button belt pack, which means that it can be fully programmed from Director, so programming software, which we also use for Artist, which means basically the belt pack is a wireless 6-button key panel. So the full feature set of Director, which you can do on a wired panel, can also be achieved on a wireless belt pack, and that is quite unique in the market right now. It's also got several modes of operation, so you can use it traditionally as a belt pack with a headset. You can also work with it tabletop, and you can also use it in what we call the walkie-talkie mode. So you can remove the headset, it's got a built-in mic and loudspeaker. So there's several different combinations there, which makes it appealing to a much wider audience than simply the stage manager or the cameraman on the studio floor. It can also be used in other applications as well. So not long after we had the BBC, the next thing we found was the National Theatre were knocking on our doors. So we've also deployed a very large solution for them. It's the combination, I think, so it's not only the fact that we have our rental operations, but our rental portfolio is a combination of our own products, of course, and we get that experience from being, people often say to me, who is your biggest customer? And I say, well, one of our biggest customers is ourselves, in fact, as a rental house. So we have that unique combination of not only developing products, but also using those products on the rental side and learning a lot firsthand from their use in the marketplace. I met Thomas the first time in the 1990s, and I can say personally, of knowing this guy for over 20 years now, is that his motivation as an entrepreneur is as strong as it ever was, definitely. So that's a key ingredient to the organisation and the drive inside the organisation to keep pushing the boundaries, that's for sure. Being close to the customer is key. So the business model we had for selling our products originally was via partners, resellers, distributors and such, but we took the decision around 2010, I would say, to change that approach and go directly to the market. So that meant that Riedel salespeople were always talking directly with the customer, directly with the end user, opening and growing our subsidiaries as well. So initially just having 1 or 2 subsidiaries in Europe, and now to having subsidiaries truly internationally. This has had a very positive effect and allowed us to grow the company.